So let's start here with at the top of the show by bringing on Ryan. Ryan, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Thanks for getting up. I know it's awfully early in China, but I appreciate you doing that for us.
No, not a problem at all. It's exciting here. This is a lot of opportunity here. This is a really exciting place.
Give our audience some background on you, and then let's get into what American Premium Water Corporation does.
Sure. So I became CEO of American Premium Water back in September of 2017, so this past year. And then before that, I had worked in private equity for an M&A for 6.5 years at a family investment firm in New York, where I did over $500 million of cross-border acquisitions. And that was where I gained most of I would say the majority of my business experience in terms of doing deals and learning how to fix companies and turnaround situations. Those are the majority of the transactions that we did. My firm sought turnaround acquisitions.
Now, let me jump in there for just a second because you're kind of downplaying that. Your league that you work with are Fortune 1000 brands like Office Depot, Mohawk Industries, things like that, right?
Yeah, those were companies that we had done acquisitions from. So we had bought international subsidiaries from those corporations.
All right, now let's get into your company, American Premium Water Corporation. What is hydrogen and hydrogen CBD infused energy products? What is that? So
it's a relatively new product. So hydrogen infused water originated in Japan out of naturally occurring hydrogen water from hydrogen caves. So it was a naturally occurring product that happened in Japan, and the Japanese started bottling and packaging this product together, and we found a source to bring it to the States about a year ago. And there's a lot of health benefits of hydrogen-infused water. Essentially, if you're familiar with alkaline water, hydrogen water has 1,000 more times efficacy than alkaline water, where there's been numerous studies that have shown that drinking hydrogen water regularly can help reduce your risk of cancer, can also reduce inflammation, it can also potentially help you recover from workouts better, reducing inflammation. It also can trigger the antioxidants in your body for anti-aging benefits. And there's a number of other studies that have shown other health benefits that drinking hydrogen water on a regular basis can help improve your overall health.
Okay, so let me be clear, just so that you don't get in trouble and I don't get in trouble.
Right.
You're not saying that this is a cure for any of those things, and you're not saying it's a medicine.
Like I said, studies have shown that they can potentially help. Either drinking it regularly can potentially help reduce your risk for those maladies, or potentially risk or reduce or help aid in the treatment for some of those things that I mentioned.
Now, you're in a very highly competitive industry sector. You've got to be different from somebody else. What makes you different?
For the hydrogen water category, it's a pretty nascent category. There's only about 5 other brands in the U.S. who are producing and selling. Our brand is very unique in the sense that Lapina, which is the brand of American Premium Water, has been around for 4 years, and it started out as a high alkaline water brand. So we've had 4 years to develop a brand. And if you take a look at our social media following, we have almost 800,000 Instagram followers. We have almost another 60,000 followers on Twitter. So we have an active and engaged user base. We also have had a history of celebrity engagement in our in our brand story. Flo Rida has been a brand ambassador of ours, and if you see our social media channels, you see that the Lapina brand has, over time, had engagement in a number of other different celebrity ambassadors. as well as other different marketing events that none of our competitors have really done. And they've really carved out a niche with the brand. And, as you're familiar with marketing, branding is everything.
Yeah.
As you can see, as you see with other categories, other product categories, there are, about 200 different water brands out there. What makes them different? It's really all about branding. And that's, what American Premium, that's what we're trying to build with American Premium Water, is building a great product, but also we bring branding and marketing experience to distinguish and separate those products and those brands that we have under our corporate umbrella.
Okay, well, there's another piece in this that has to do when you produce something, and that's called distribution. What's the strategy there?
So we have a multi-tiered distribution strategy. We're working on 3 tiers: direct-to-consumer, Amazon, and then wholesale. And we're working on a number of different initiatives across all 3 channels. I'm an omni-channel believer. I don't believe that there's one specific channel that you should that a company should just focus on. In this world that we live in, everything is intermingled and interrelated. So having viable strategies in different areas and make them interrelated creates an ecosystem that drives the brand and drives sales ultimately.
Now, we have very limited time. I'm sorry about that, but I got to get 2 more in real quick. You're using blockchain, and you're also talking about acquisition. So can you kind of like give me the Reader's Digest version of those 2 before we sign off?
Sure. So yeah, as we mentioned earlier, I have an M&A background. We're very opportunistic, looking at different M&A opportunities. We've hired International Monetary as an advisor to help us evaluate a number of blockchain acquisitions that have come our way. We're being very diligent in what we're looking at. We want to do something that's, if we were to do an acquisition in the blockchain space, we want it to be related to our core business. We don't want to deviate and just say we're doing a blockchain acquisition just to say we're doing it and joining the pack and the crowd, which is the hot topic du jour. So we're hoping to make something, if we're going to do something in the blockchain space, we make it meaningful and helping complementary to our existing businesses.
Ryan, that's all the time we have for today. We'll have to get to the acquisition strategy next time we bring you back on the show. All right?
Great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Ryan Fishoff, CEO, American Premium Water, AmericanPremiumWater.com. When we come back, we're going to be speaking with Ed Baxter of Bison Creek Capital about the Private Equity Spotlight. This segment brought to you by The Vitamin Patch. You've been listening to CEO Money with Michael Yorba. We'll be right back.